Yo, what's up, guys? This is TS Football Broadcast. I am back here with another video. This is not going to be coronavirus has canceled everything. That's going to be a different video. But I am acknowledging, yeah, coronavirus has canceled everything. I'm still going to be uploading content. My XFL recaps are done for the year, though, because the XFL is canceled. NCAA basketball, I was thinking about covering that. So, yeah, I have more time to watch film, so my draft analysis is probably going to come out quicker. I have some other projects I've been wanting to do, so I will be pursuing those other projects on the channel. Now, without further ado, before it turns into what I'm doing because of coronavirus, let's get into the Cleveland Browns offseason so far. I'm a Browns fan. I got Bernie Kosar back there. I got a Baker Mayfield jersey in the laundry. I haven't made a Browns video in forever, frankly, because I've been pissed off and busy. So, yeah, let's get right into it. On January 28th, the Browns signed fullback Johnny Stanton to a reserve/future contract. He was a former quarterback at Nebraska. He turned into a fullback at Vegas. He was with the Vikings, got hurt. He was a practice squad player. He kind of makes me think of a slightly taller Lawrence Vickers. Only Browns fans are probably going to know who I'm talking about, but he kind of has like the physical look of Lawrence Vickers, but taller. It's like slightly taller. And then a few days later, on February 3rd, we signed Lo Flamenco. He's waived. What I've seen is he was injury prone and he was solid at Utah, and he was a UFA by the Browns. I'll be honest, I kind of had to look up this and kind of look at film. So like with those two, I think those are the only two I actually had to like. Oh, a Darius Taylor too, but that's later. Anyway, on February 12th, the myth, the legend, the Myles Garrett was reinstated. I'm still a little triggered about the whole situation. I'm like, okay, you didn't punch Mason Rudolph at all. I think Garrett just needs to put his head down and just start, like, being football goodness. He needs to, like, keep his cool, because that D-line without him was awful. Like, the defense without him. This is also why I agree with the Browns not re-signing Joe Schobert to a big contract, which I will get into in a minute. On the 17th, we cut several people. TJ Carey. I thought he had potential, but he was injury prone. Demetrius Harris was cut. I thought he was going to be a replacement Darren Fells, like with the blocking, but yeah, that clearly didn't happen. Eric Kush was cut. He was pretty mediocre, but he did expose Austin Corbett as a bust, which, yeah, that's really depressing to think about. And on the same day, Darius Taylor was cut. He actually ended up returning a touchdown in 2017 for the Buccaneers. I mean, he couldn't really crack the lineup. I mean, Mac Wilson, Sion Taki. I still can't spell Taki, right? But I like where we're heading at linebacker with Mac Wilson, Sion Taki. But I don't know if we should have gotten rid of him because they're both young. We need some veterans, I think. Well, like, one veteran linebacker would help. The guys may be saying Christian Kirksey. On March 3rd, he was released. He's been injured the last 2 years. I mean, he was injured the last 2 years. He was pretty solid before the injuries, though. He's going to sign somewhere. Of course, I wish we kept Gennard Avery now. That would have been nice. Joe Schobert's leaving. He will find another one as usual. I mean, it's like DeQuell Jackson all over again. We'll find another one. It's too bad because I like Joe Schobert, but it's like, eh. All right, so we're going to get into some coaching changes now that we've talked about players. Browns coaching changes. Let's see here. We fired Freddie Kitchen. We fired the offensive and defensive coordinator and a lot of the staff. I mean, Todd Monken didn't really get to do the job he wanted to do, so I'm not really holding his Browns experience to get Todd Monken, but Wilkes' defense was bad. Injuries played a role in it. I mean, his scheme didn't really fit our secondary. Garrett not being there for a while had to hurt. I mean, players not executing. It was just a general bad situation for everyone. Now, Freddie Kitchens, Oh boy, he was over his skis. I think we should have just hired someone else. I was like hyped. I was like, okay, this could be good, but yeah, I just don't think he was there yet. I think he's a really good positional coach, but his judgment just wasn't head coach worthy. Our new coach, however, is Kevin Stefanski. One, he's got a pretty nice name, say Stefanski. He seems more like a CEO type from what I've heard in his press conferences. He's like a supervisor and not a hog, like Freddie Kitchens is kind of what I've seen so far. Because Freddie Kitchens really seemed like a hog. Like, he's like, mine. And that was the Browns. Now, Stefanski seems like a supervisor type guy who's like, all right, Alex Van Pelt, you do your thing. Joe Woods, you do your thing. Hey, Stone Mitchell, how's it going? Like, that's just what I see when I see Kevin Stefanski. Now, as I mentioned, Austin Van Pelt and Joe Woods are offensive and defensive coordinators, respectively. Alex Van Pelt, he's a schematic fit with Stefanski. I don't like that he's not super experienced, but I'm okay with that because, one, he was a longtime quarterback coach, and this isn't his first rodeo as an offensive coordinator. He was the OC of the Bills in like 2009 for a stretch, but I think that was Trent Edwards at quarterback. It was after JP Lossman, I'm pretty sure. So it's probably like Trent Edwards or something. So I'm like, I'm not going to hold that against him. The Bengals were kind of mad that he left. So that's a good sign. I like pissing off the Bengals. Joe Woods is our new defensive coordinator. He was a long-time defensive backs coach, and he was the D coordinator of the Broncos in 2017 and 18 with Vance Joseph as head coach, but with Vance Joseph being a defensive head coach, I'm not sure how far he actually, how much control he actually had of that defense. And the 49ers, he was the D-backs and passing game coordinator, so I'm hoping this experience he comes back, he's like, all right, this was Vance's fault, and he becomes a pretty good D coordinator, which I think Joe Woods can. It's kind of funny. We got, like, I think outside of Alex Van Pelt, like, Mike Pfeiffer, yeah. Never mind what I was going to say. Some more notables, Mike Pfeiffer was retained as special teams coordinator. That's all right. We had decent special teams last year from what I remember. We also retained Stump Mitchell, which is awesome. I mean, Stump Mitchell is one of my favorite coaches because he's a badass. He's got like that beard. He's like, I'm Stump Mitchell. We got good running backs like Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Dontrell Hillard. I was about ready to say DeQuell Jackson, and then I realized that was a linebacker. So I took me, man. I'm like, we have another running back too who isn't terrible, but I can't remember his name. Oh, Ernest Johnson. It took me a second. I haven't thought of our running backs outside of Hunt and Chubb much lately. And then we got Bill Callahan as our offensive line coach, which, one, head coaching experience is great. Two, Bill Callahan has had some good offensive lines despite injuries. I mean, he's made 6 Pro Bowls with the Redskins, so I'm sitting here like, we draft a lineman. I mean, you put Joel Bitonio, J.C. Treader, yeah, we don't have Kevin Zeitler anymore. I keep forgetting about that, and then I remember the Odell Beckham train get a little triggered. But, I mean, we got some pieces on the line. I mean, what we got here. Let me actually look this up quick, because I don't remember who we got outside of J.C. Treader, Cleveland Browns. I'm probably forgetting someone big on the line because we had Chris Hubbard on one side of the line, and then we had we had like Chris Hubbard, and I forgot to type in roster with that, but what I remember is we had Chris Hubbard, and we had Chris Hubbard as a guard. Okay, Willie Wright was our backup center. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I was forgetting anyone notable or Joe Bitonio. Oh, Drew Forbes. I forgot about him. He was that undrafted, or he was that 6th round pick, I think. So Drew Forbes, I forgot about him. Justin McCray, Kobe Gossett. Yeah, I don't know who. Wyatt Teller. He's the one we traded for at the beginning of the year. I forgot about him too. Malcolm Pidgeron. Let's see here. Where's tackle? Oh yeah, Chris Hubbard, Kendall Lamb, Greg Robinson. He was a weed guy. So yeah, we probably need to go get some tackles and maybe a guard. I thought we had a better line than that, but Drew Forbes has potential maybe, but tackles, we need to fix that. So guys, thank you for watching my long rambling video about the Browns 2020 offseason with the coaching and free agency stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, keep yourself safe from coronavirus, and have a nice day.